It's Tuesday, so it's a movie night.
All right, with your girlfriend?
Yeah, we're either gonna go see. What did she say? She wanted to either see the new Sonic movie or Everything Everywhere, and I suggested we should see either Everything Everywhere or Father 2. So we're a little bit of a stalemate between those last two movies.
All right, well, it's going to be, I guess it's going to be down to the wire. You're actually going to have to get there and then decide what to buy.
We're going to Rochambeau.
Yeah, that'll work.
Esa mera sí.
Oh, sí, pues.
Usap muna kayo. Dito muna ako mag-standby. NY4DX in the group. W4REY.
Sige, andyan din pala si Tukayo mo.
Las Vegas, sigurado nakokopya mo siguro yan kung mag...
Echo 7 Alpha Mike Kilo. And thank you, Larry. We have you in early. If conditions don't hold up, hopefully they do. This is K7BFI. Any other early ERC operators? Over. Yep, everybody is just at the same level and all weak. I did hear a relay, but that station is in amongst those that are not strong enough for me to copy, and we'll begin the net in about a minute. This is K7BFI. Anybody that needs to tune up, this is a good time to do it prior to calling the roll. K7BFI. Okay, Tom, I heard you on CW there, and so you are in early, QSL. Excellent. All right. This is K7 Bravo Foxtrot India, and we'll kick things off just in a few seconds.
K6 OPL, standing by.
6 Romeo India.
Calling the headquarters emergency response communication net. Calling the headquarters ERC net. This is Kilo 7 Bravo Foxtrot India, net control, and my name is George. This net meets each Tuesday Mountain Time at 7 p.m. on 7188.5 kilohertz. This net is directed to assigned ERC facility operators. ERC facility operators, please respond when your ERC facility is called. CW check-ins will also be acknowledged. 2 relay stations, N7RU, Ron, and W5 Whiskey Zulu, Scott, when available, assist net control. Other stations who hear check-ins not reported to net control are invited to assist as requested. Continuing on, roll call follows. Stations will be called from east to west by ERC facility, and we begin with ERC, Washington, D.C. Over.
Or something. And she's,
oh yeah, she makes Bernie seem conservative.
Anyway, Ray, all my flags are flying.
Oh, your what?
Flags.
Oh, your flags. Okay, right, got it. You still out there in the wind?
I'm making my way to the garage. I'm pulling this very, very heavy green waste.
Someone's just hitting you in the face with a, jackhammer.
I'm dragging this big green waste down the side yard. It would be like throwing Leo in a wheelbarrow and trying to move him around.
You do more work on that piece of property than I do on my 1 acre.
Yeah, and that's because you have Bambi that lives on the other half of it. And I'm doing very important upgrades.
Right. No, I just use big, large yard tools. That's all I do.
Big, large yard tools.
Large, like
Maximum deficiency.
Yep, maximum, effectiveness.
Maximum effectiveness, that's right.
Does he sound like absolute caca there, Leo?
No, he's all right. Just a lot of, wind and crackle, snap, crackle, pop.
It'll end in a minute, guys. Just hold your bra straps.
Sounds like you're bowling or something.
You don't want to make me go over and knock on my neighbor's door and plant a couple of slugs, do you?
No, don't do that.
Yeah, because then I won't be out here for a while.
I know. It sounds like you've had it with the yacht.
Oh, I'm absolutely like Leo. Sorry about the noise here, guys, but Leo has this neighbor behind him that's similar as a dog. Anytime anybody's in Leo's backyard, this dog is going off, including when I'm working on his antennas. So for hours, instead of pulling the stupid dog in the house and putting duct tape around his muzzle and shutting him up, the neighbor just lets him sit in the backyard going, and it's a beagle, so it's going, woo, just over and over again. And finally I told Leo, I said, Leo, can I shoot him, please? Leo wouldn't let me because it's his neighbor, right? I go, but you could blame it on a visitor who doesn't like gardeners.
So Russ, in my neighborhood, right? I got these type of dogs that bark like they go. They're like yappers, right? And they're really loud, and they could hear. I mean, they could hear anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, they hear something, and all of a sudden they start yap, and they're right next door to the big, big old black dog across the street, and all of a sudden it goes, oh, what, and it barks at nothing because those dogs are barking.
Yeah.
It's a chain reaction, and it really, I can see some of the women, they'll drive by when that big black dog is out there, just at nothing. There's nothing for it to bark at, nothing. And it's like, they'll sit there and just record that thing with their phone. And I know these women are setting up a lawsuit.
Setting up a lawsuit for noise?
Well, this dog is just barks. It's crazy. It's not. I think the dog is a kind of a stupid dog. There's smart dogs. The dogs aren't all the same. There's dumb ones and there's smart ones.
Yeah, come on, Leo. It's the same as skillets. Some of them hit harder than others.
Same as people.
Exactly. And so this one is stupid.
Well, when my dad was growing up, or he might have been in his 20s, there was this dog next door that it just barked continuously. So he got a BB gun, shot it in the ass one day, and he never heard that thing bark again.
Oh, no, the neighbors, I've heard that dog get shot so many times, it's not even funny, and it still barks.
I mean, not he wanted to hurt him, he wanted to get his attention and sting him in the ass.
They might go yipe, and that's about it, but then 15 minutes later, it's so stupid, Leo, it starts barking again.
Leo.
What are you gonna do?
Leo.
Yeah.
So, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Went into the office today.
I mean, you walked 3 feet, or you actually drove to Carson?
I actually drove to the new building in Long Beach and went to the new tech support room and was there for a meeting for the 5 or 6 of us, Rigo included. You met Rigo.
Oh, Rigo, he's so cool, that guy. Next time you see him, you tell him I gave him a big salute and I miss that boy.
He's good people, very nice guy.
Oh yeah, he's like, you know, if he was a 8 or a 9, you're like a 3.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he's just great. Anyway, all kidding aside, I really enjoyed his presentations, and he was born with cool in his genes.
Yep, he is. Always enjoyed his company. And I've been there for, God, I can't believe this. July will be 25 years.
But why can't you believe it?
Time just goes fast.
And you're just realizing that now?
No, I've always realized that it goes by quick.
Well, if you stop and you look back and you go, wow, that kind of went by quick, I get it. But if you're just now realizing it, I started noticing time going by quick when my son turned 10, and it was like, God, I haven't taken him fishing or anything. It's just little ball games and stuff like that, and it was like he was already 10. That's when I started cutting down on my hang gliding.
Yeah, because they're a little kid, and then all of a sudden they get old, and then they take off and do their stuff, and they're not around, and you can't hang out with them like you did when they were young.
But you had your time, and then later, when you're using a walker and you're just trying to get to the toilet, they're there to help you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so, you know, when you need your feeding tube, they're there to help plug it in for you. You know, and when you're out of line, they can slap you and you can't even hit them back. It's great.
You can't get up to catch them.
That's it. And even if you could get up, they'd be 2 counties away before you even got out the door. Go ahead, Ray.
You know, yeah, you can't catch them and forget it. You just let them run.
Anyway, the point is,
are you running
that's the
Alpha
thing. I mean,
today, Russ?
It's like my daughter went from this cute little daughter to she's lost in San Francisco, and that's the way it is. I mean, you know, you just got to take the cards you were given. I'll probably see her someday. My 2 older boys, they get a hold of me quite frequently. My younger of the 2 older boys, I should say the middle boy, the second in command, he just had a CD release party with some friends, and I just was so proud of him for, you know, following through. He's really quite an amazing bass player, singer, songwriter, guitar player, piano. And then my older son, he's not only gotten into piano, he was just going, hey, Dad, he sent me a video, not a video, an audio a couple of weeks ago about this Mozart piece that he learned he said, Dad, I'm learning how to read music. Check this out. And then it just blew my mind. It's like my little bit of music influence has really carried on into the offspring, so that's cool. But
Start a band.
you know, if they didn't live in Indiana, dude, I'd start a band with the dudes, and it would be called something like, Fossils and Filberts or something, you know, because I'd be the fossil and they'd be the whatever the F would be.
No. You think of something more better than that, Russ. That just sounds... No, anyway, but no, what you should do is do what a lot of musicians do nowadays. They get online, they get with these thinking programs. You find a program that's free that you can use that doesn't take, 1 gig of application data to download, by the way. Don't use the one that Stan recommends. That's nasty. Use something else. But anyway, do something like that, Russ.
Hey, Leo?
Yes, go ahead.
Would you be into that?
Not really.
You wouldn't be into me getting into a band with my sons online?
Oh, I think that would be great.
Oh, so you didn't think about it before you answered?
Exactly. I wasn't thinking.
Okay. Can I help you think? I've got some new skillets I want to try out on you when I get there.
Russ.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray?
You're too fast, man. You just blew him away. You're just like, hey, Leo.
Sometimes I try to wake him up with a little verbal cattle prod.
Yeah, you go like, hey, Leo, okay, we were just talking about the band stuff. What do you think? You know, that thing.
Hey, Leo, what do you think about forming a band with me and the boys?
Yeah, you gotta make sure you can play Tuesday's Dead by Cat Stevens.
No, that's not the one. The Mystic, Into the Mystic. Everybody wants Into the Mystic.
No. And hey, Ray, did it snow in Medford today?
That has nothing to do with Tuesday's Dead. Because it's Tuesday, we need to stay on Tuesday's Dead. Leo, nobody knows that song but you.
Yeah, because I see a picture of somebody that was going to go to Medford, and they said, I'm glad I didn't go, and they just posted it half an hour ago, all the snow.
But Leo, when you went hunting and that deer walked out right in front of your rifle while you were sighting your scope, and you shot it, and it was snowing, you know that sometimes in the snow's okay.
Oh, that day the snow was absolutely perfect.
So snow can be perfect even in Ray's world.
Exactly.
But there was no snow at all. It just came down from the sky and melted when it hit the ground.
All right, Ray.
No, it was. It didn't stick.
All right.
Okay,
so Ray, it's all about the snow in the sky, or is it the wheel in the sky that keeps on turning?
It's all about what you know about the snow. So when the snow was making snow, because what happened was there was such cold air super high up, it made it snow, right? And so when it got down to the surface level, it just about melted.
Hey, Leo?
Yes?
Are you okay?
I'm okay with that. Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, it was slushy snow, so it was wet snow, Russ.
Hey, Ray?
That's 40 degrees snow.
Ray.
Go ahead, Russ.
Phone.
Go ahead.
Photo. I sent you a photo. Photo.
Oh, they got the hot chick on the news. There she is.
The bubble-headed bleach bomb that comes on at 5?
That's it. I'm telling you.
So a question for you, Russ.
Oh, no.
Do you have the Alpha in line? I heard Fermin talking about you've been running that.
Yeah, I told you I started running it to make sure that it was going to be okay. And and I've had a couple of weird issues with it. I don't know if you've ever heard of anybody else. Wait a minute. What am I hitting here? I had a couple of weird issues with it where and it happened this morning. It just shuts off. It just shut off on me. I went off it. I had to go, I don't know, find some Kleenex or something, and I came back out and it was off. And I was like, I turned it back on, and the wait and the fault light came on together, and I was like, what? And then it sort of like corrected itself, and then it came back on. So it's had a couple of weird little oddities to it, but yeah, I've been running it for 2 weeks now, ever since I finished the switches. Those miserable sons of switches, Ray. Leo, that took me a while.
Yeah, I know. But that thing probably cranks 15 all day long.
It can, yeah. If I push it up there, it'll just slap it. And the grid current is very, very low. So that I've been impressed by that.
All right.
Now you know the rest of the story. And go ahead, Ray. Say again?
What is the tube that thing runs?
A pair of 3 CX800A7s at 3,000 volts.
Just a triode?
I think it's just a triode, Ray.
Like a 500, okay.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah, Seth, that's a better tube. Those are, yeah.
I think they outlast the 4CX and the 5CX because there's not so much other busyness going on. And I remember getting an email from Henry of Henry. I don't remember his first name, but he said, "Oh yeah, that 5CX 5000, 5CX 1000. It was 1500. But anyway, the tube, the 5CX, the triode." No, the pentode of the power tubes were very unstable. That's why they discontinued that amp with that tube.
It had enough air to finish that. Yeah, I believe it. You know, I mean, yeah, that tube's really important, right? I mean, Russ. I mean, I've been lucky with this amp that Paul was saying. Well, you know that tube, he says, it's just probably, he was hoping that it was just as tired as the original one that I had in there. And so far, so good, right?
So good.
Oh, well, one's pulling a little more current than the other. Oh, well, they'll work.
Hey, Leo.
Yeah, go ahead.
How is it in L.A.? Is the streets clean? Can I be able to come drive down the street without homeless people trying to hijack my car?
I think you'll have no problem on Oglesby.
Okay, but what about the streets connecting to Oglesby, Sepulveda?
You'll be good because you get off at Howard Hughes, make a left, make a right, and you're back into downtown Westchester.
Sorry about that, Ray.
That's okay. That was Leo's fault. He just kind of interrupted you.
He did. He just keyed back up after I started talking.
That's okay, Leo. One fault for you, Leo.
Okay.
But isn't that like 12 now?
I double all the time, so I feel for him.
No, you and I double probably 2% of our QSOs, and our Vox is what helps us, but Leo's non-Vox, so he just, bam, keys up, and he doubled all over Poppy this morning a bunch of times, and then he finally goes, I got to go to work, and then he just leaves, and nobody can say anything to him. He just runs when the fire starts. He goes, I'm out of here.
Well, it's 2 minutes to 8, and I got to turn the phones on.
Yeah, but yet you still managed to key up at like 9:45.
Yeah, I'll get caught all up with phone calls and emails, and I have my headset on that I can answer the phone, so then I do a little of this, a little of that.
Boy, I'm telling you.
A little of this, a little of that.
Yep, he likes to give her a little this, and he gives her a little that.
Yeah? Okay, what can I do for you, sir? Okay. Well, here, I'm going to email you this document. There you go, sir. Have a good day.
Oh, Ray, did you get the photo?
Photo?
I sent you a photo a bit ago.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
It was just a photo of the LP100.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. And what, the other radio below it?
Well, that's just some little dual band Inwood little POS that I just have there whenever I want to operate on 2 meters and 440 and whatnot.
Yeah, that's a very cool meter, if I were to get a digital meter. It would probably do something like that.
I saw them and I thought, I'm just going to buy one used. And every now and then I'll see one used and they're about $100 less than new. And there was like 3 I tried to buy. And every time I contacted the guy, sorry, sold it as soon as I listed the ad. And it was like, $425, $450. And I was like, screw it. I just quit Santa Barbara and I had this huge wad of cash in my back pocket. And I went, I'm ordering a brand spanking new one. And that's what I did. Oh, and that's when I bought this radio.
What was the pain on the new one?
It was like $5 1/4.
Oh, well, it's accurate. If it's new and like that, it's nice. It's fresh.
It's very, very accurate. It's very cool. I had one similar to it, and I sold that to Mark, and Mark loves it. The only difference between that one and this one is this one's all black, and it's just like a refinement of Mark's. But Mark loved it. So if I think of it in terms of cash out, I probably threw about $300 maybe a little less than that. Get this, and again, I had it, and geez, if I was so blown away at last weekend's tips, I was kind of, anyways, you know, fortune sort of sometimes lands in your lap. It's like that guy that brings you 10 laptops, and in 3 hours you get them all fixed, and he hands you like, you know, $2,000. That's when you go out and get your next radio, Ray.
Right. Well, this radio, well, I know you're going to go, Bro's going to go, well, he's going to say, this radio works just fine. And I'm going to say, well, yeah. And so, you know, I think if I wanted to go with a new radio or another radio, I want to go with a whole different ball game.
Well, right, but you figure out the ball game you want to play, softball, hardball, tennis, and then you just, you know, you make that a goal and you dive into it, and I'm going to have one before June or whatever, and then you do that. That's the difference between here and there. Is you just got to just dive in and do it, and if you don't like it, you know you can usually get rid of it for what you threw into it. So that's Leo's advice, right, Leo?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you said yes, sir, was Fran hitting you?
No, she's in the other room.
She's not even on the phone. That's great.
Yeah, I know.
And is she listening to the TV at the volume level of her father?
No, I think she's still working.
Oh, no, Leo. No, not that.
That means she's totally busy, and that means that Leo has both whole keys.
Hey, Ray.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I heard a lightweight station.
Ray, you got a QRP station calling you, no call sign.
QRP, go ahead. Call sign out there several times, but I guess I'm too lightweight, so no one heard me. K6QAZ.
No, it's K6QAZ, Russ. Do you know that?
Negative.
I don't know that guy, but anyway, he was just all hell-bent because nobody could hear him.
Well, Ray, pick him up. He called you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work.
Ray, you stepped in it. You're going to have to clean it off.
No, I think he wants to go do something.
Leo, see if you can pick this guy up.
Yeah, I hear him fine. KJA6HI, that station that just came in. Go ahead. Hello?
Yeah, no, you guys answered my question. Apparently I'm not getting out.
You're 10 over S9 at LAX.
Oh, okay.
Leo, find out where he is.
20 over up here in the Reading area.
He's in Reading, Russ.
Oh, so, yeah, he's kind of between you and I, and he's too close to Ray, so that's why Ray can't hear him.
Well, you sound fine down at LAX. I'm running a 2-element beam and 1,000 watts.
Okay, I just got a wire and about 300 watts.
He's in Reading, a wire and 300 watts. How high is it?
How high is the wire?
Yeah.
10 feet.
Oh, that's why. He's got a dipole 10 feet above the ground, the Russ.
Yeah, Leo, that's when you go, dude, you got to try harder than that. This is 40 meters.
All right, I'll jump out of you guys' way. Just wanted to say hello. K6QAZ.
All right. Later in Reading, KJA6HI.
Now, the lower bands, you got to get the antenna up at least a quarter wave above the ground, which is only 32 feet. And I think I'm at 40 in a double wavelength loop at 280 feet in a square. And Leo, your beam's at almost 40 feet at 2 elements. And Ray, geez, your loop's pretty big. How high is that thing?
It's at about 40 plus. I think the majority of it's over 40 feet.
Well, there you go. Oh, and the amplifiers are on here.
Like hell, so I gotta watch this thing. It's not, I gotta be careful.
What's your amp doing?
Combat. The amp doing?
Yeah, what's it putting out right now?
Oh, I don't know.
good to look.
Hey, Russ, let me let the comment in. Comment, well, go ahead.
Wait, what?
Thanks, guys. Good evening. November 6th, Hotel Jack Daniels.
1,000 watts.
If one of you guys know who lives at the corner of Palms Boulevard and Centinela, has got a 40-meter beam. It really looks terrific.
Yeah, that's a friend of mine. His name is oh Christ, I forgot his name. Let me think about it for a second. He works at John's, or John has another name. They call him. Let me think. All right, he's a friend. I know him.
Okay. It's probably son of John.
No, it's not son of John.
I did myself and retired from
Doubler.
used air crash a few years back.
His audio is horrible.
County. Richard, November 6th, Hotel Jack Daniels.
Where are you?
Near the Reagan Library.
So out near Simi Valley, Thousand Oaks?
That's it, buddy.
Okay, I'm at LAX and I'm pointed right down your throat up to the Central Coast, 2-element 40-meter beam running about 1,100 watts.
Well, I'm 65 watts into a bed spring.
Tell him what his audio sounds like, Leo.
And your audio's really groggly, bassy, blah-ish, all of those in one.
But you can copy it, right?
Yeah, but you might not even understand yourself if I recorded it.
That would be interesting.
Leo, find out what he's running.
65 watts with a bed spring.
Leo, find out what he's running.
I told you, 65 watts and he's loading up a bed spring.
No, that doesn't talk about the radio, and he's not running a bed spring. He's running some sort of, I don't know, a G5RV or whatever, but yeah, he's got some serious ALC issues or something because of SWR. It's very broken up, or I should say, it's very attenuated or ALC'd.
Hey, Reagan Library, what are you using as an antenna and radio?
Dipole.
How high?
40 feet.
And is it cut for 40?
Certainly, it's dedicated to 40 only.
Okay. A 40-meter dipole at 40 feet running 65 watts. What radio?
Yahoo.
Okay. Yaesu, 65-watt dipole made for 40 at 40 feet.
So he's running a Yaesu dipole at 65 watts with 40 feet of...
40 feet up.
One lead.
Well, there you go, Leo. It's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Have a good evening. HJD is saying adios.
All righty.
Yeah, kilowatt with a, with
Good
a
job in
beam
China. I don't knock China. How could I dislike China, man?
Here in Oregon.
That's right, Ray. Even up in Oregon. But, yeah, there was something just very, I don't want to say, it wasn't RF. It was a very heavy crimping on the audio as he spoke, and it was hard to understand. But I guess because you were pointed down his throat, Leo, you had a good copy.
Yeah, that 2 elements does help at certain times. And I can't wait. It's going to have 2 brand new 4 U-clamps.
Yeah, why are you so excited about the U-clamps instead of getting your other antenna fixed?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, the other one's the main thing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You have to throw in, yes, darling.
Well, on the way down, to your place on Friday, I've made arrangements to buy a 4-to-1 a Ballon design, and I'm going to bring it back and hopefully on Sunday hook it up at Les's house and get him all back on the air.
Do you think that his Ballon died?
I don't know, but Mark's been over there, and something's not right, and I just thought, let's just eliminate these little cheap W1AW, little Ballons and get them set up, straight up.
Is that what he's been running?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I haven't been there for like 6 years.